It's no secret that I like Gyaru manga. I mean, I made a Gyaru tier list back in the day. One of my favorite manga of all time, not just Gyaru manga, is a manga called Gal Gohan. And no, it has nothing to do with Gohan from Dragon Ball Z.
No mercy for you.
Fun fact, Gal Gohan is one of the only manga where I've collected all the volumes to it. With a lot of manga, I'll lose interest to the point where I don't want to drop money on collecting the physical volumes anymore. Like, I'm not dropping in the ballpark of $15 per volume for something I find to be just okay. For example, Komi. I sold all my volumes except volume 10 because it has a gal on it.
Boy, if you don't...
But Gal Gohan kept me entertained all the way through. Now I know the plot to Gal Gohan is a bit weird to say the least. I'm not ignorant to that, nor am I willing to die on a hill defending this manga. But what I will say is that the plot is more of a coming of age story than it is a romance. And everything is done by the book, I swear. Aside from the ending feeling a bit rushed, it was a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. So obviously with me liking Gal Gohan so much, I wanted to check out what other things the author has done. Fun fact, the author is a woman and her name is Marie Taiho. Unfortunately, they haven't worked on a lot. Before Gal Gohan, they had a manga called Kijo Shinji or something like that, but it was never translated, and this is like the only image I could find. They've done a few short stories here and there, but not another full-on series. They did give their blessing to another Gal manga called Gal Assist, but that manga got axed by chapter 30. Maybe I'll do a full video on it. Anyway, like I said, they haven't done a full-on series since Gal Gohan, which ended all the way back in 2020. Well, that was true up until a few months ago when they decided to drop a new manga out of nowhere. It's another Gal manga. But it's a gender swapped manga. Gender swap is probably one of my least favorite genres in manga. If it's done for a gag or only lasts a few chapters, I'm good, but a full-on series? I don't know, man. Well, I did enjoy the saga of Tanya the Evil, but that's different. But with this being from the author behind one of my favorite Gyaru manga, I had to give it a chance. Who knows, maybe it will change my opinion on gender swap series. But before we really get into this manga, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. It lets me know to do more videos like this. Our story follows Shunpei, a loner high school boy. He's such a loner that the girls in his class think he doesn't like girls.
You're gay! He's gay!
He wants to talk to them, but he just gets too nervous. He's envious how close girls are, and starts to think that if he was a girl, life would be more fun. On his way home from school, he sees someone drowning and jumps into the river to save them. It turns out to be this angel-like creature. She thanks him for saving her and says that she'll return the favor, then disappears. The next morning, he realizes he's been turned into a tan Gyaru with some large assets.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
You got 2 grenades in your shirt.
But more importantly, his family jewels are gone.
My dick fell off!
This is when the angel creature he saved yesterday appears. She introduces herself as the god of Gyaru and says that she used her powers to turn him into a Gyaru. She asks if this is what you wanted, right? To become a girl? He explains that no, he didn't really want to become a girl and to turn him back into a man. But she used the rest of her power to turn him into a Gyaru and isn't quite sure when her power will be replenished. His mom walks in and is excited to see that the god of Gyaru actually exists. Turns out his mom was a tan-skinned Gyaru back in the day. This is when the god of Gyaru disappears again and says to live his best life. He's worried about school, but his mom says she has some connections and can get him into an all-girls school. His mom makes him try on her old school uniform, and he's surprised to see how good he looks in it. But he draws a line at putting on a bra and girls' underwear. He feels like he'll lose a part of himself if he does that. Some time passes, and now it's his first day at his new school. He knew he was going to be going to an all-girls school, but he was surprised to find out that everyone is a gal. The students, the teacher, the coach, even the nurse is a Gyaru. The girls in his class are excited to see that they have a new transfer student and start bombarding him with questions. They're super friendly. One of them gets a little too friendly and lifts up his skirt to reveal that he's wearing boxers. He thinks that his cover might be blown already, but then the Gyaru reveals that she also likes to wear boxers, which I'm not sure if I can show on YouTube. This is when we get introduced to the teacher, who again is also a Gyaru. With them all being girls and Gyaru, they don't particularly care if someone sees up their skirt. Which of course is a problem for our main character because on the inside he's still a guy. He ends up befriending one of the girls at school named Now. Later that day, the Gyaru reappears and says that she gained a little bit of her power back after he became friends with Now. So the closer he gets to the other Gyaru at school, the more power she gets back. If she gets enough power back, she may be able to turn him back into a man. So we have an introverted main lead who has to befriend a bunch of extroverted Gyaru to be able to turn back into a man. But the question is, when the time comes, is he going to want to turn back into a man or stay as a Gyaru? He may be a Gyaru now, but Shunpei is still the same on the inside. He's still an introvert who never really talked to girls. His personality didn't magically change when his body changed. He gets self-conscious when he has to wear something revealing. He doesn't understand how Gyaru don't get embarrassed by this kind of stuff. With him being an introvert, it's going to be hard for him to fit in with these Gyaru. He's going to have to learn from scratch. He doesn't even know how to take a picture. Like he's so bad at taking photos that they have to delete them so they can retake them. The thing is, he may think he doesn't fit in with the other Gyaru, but they like him for who he is. They don't shun him for being different. Instead, they help him out. They're super sweet. Like when they find out that he's not wearing a bra, instead of making fun of him or saying that he's weird, they just point out the fact that, hey, you're gonna have trouble in the future if you don't wear a bra. And then one of them offers to go shopping with him to go get a new one. When one of the girls finds out that he doesn't know how to put on a bra, again, instead of making fun of him, they help him out. When one of them notices that his hair is a complete mess, they offer to fix it up for him. Again, these girls are super sweet, and I love that about this manga. When one of them finds out that he plays the same mobile game, they immediately want to be friends. As he starts getting closer to these girls, they start opening up to him. Like one of them opens up and says that he actually reminds her of her crush, who also happens to be an introvert. So he gives her some advice on how her crush is probably feeling. Shunpei is a good guy. He feels bad for deceiving them, but what can he really do right now? To survive as a girl, he's going to have to get out of his comfort zone, like going bra shopping and getting measured, actually taking a bath and getting used to his body in more than one way.
Hey, yo!
He's doing his best to hold on to his manhood, but it's slowly slipping. Like I mentioned earlier, he doesn't want to put on a bra because he feels like he's going to lose a part of himself if he starts wearing one. But he has an H cup. Damn! And they start hurting because he's not wearing one. So he has to finally give in and wear one. With each passing chapter, he starts to become more and more Gyaru and starts having thoughts about how he's having a good time being a Gyaru. I haven't talked about it much yet, but I love the art style. The author's art style is very unique. You see their art, you know it's them. Just look at their main characters from different manga. I can see an argument be made that they look too similar, but hey, don't fix what isn't broken. Some have said that some of the character designs are references to other Gyaru from other manga. I'm not too sure. All the girls look great, especially the teachers. My favorite design has to be the nurse, hands down. I hope we get more of her in the future. Overall, the nurse is a fun character, especially with her parakeet sidekick. The author really knows how to draw Gyaru, which shouldn't be a surprise because again, they're the creator of Gal Gohan. The fashion is on point. They love dressing up the main character in different outfits. Well, not just the main character, but all the characters. To be honest, at the beginning of this manga, I didn't think it looked as good as the work they did at the end of Gal Gohan. But I want to say around chapter 5 is where the manga art really starts to pick up. So overall, I'm surprised how much I'm actually enjoying this manga. As far as negatives go, I really don't have any. If I had to say one criticism, I guess this didn't really need to be a gender swapped story. They easily could have made a story about an introverted girl getting turned into a gal by the god of Gyaru. The story wouldn't have changed that much if they did it that way. Again, I'm not a big fan of gender swap manga, but this one's working for me. I love how the characters are super sweet and supportive of each other, especially towards our main character. The manga definitely knows how to throw in some comedic moments to make me laugh. I have no clue where the story is going, but I'm here for the ride. I'm happy to see that the manga is gaining some recognition within the community. I mean, 4th place isn't shabby at all. So do you plan on reading this manga? Are there any other manga you want to hear me talk about? Please leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, like the video. And if you like me, subscribe to me. And as always, this has been Broken, and I'll catch y'all next time.